Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm IRWA welcome to San Diego's funniest senior citizen, Mr. Tom Dean.
Rising star in San Diego. I know you're going to enjoy him. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my good friend, Tom Dean.
Give it up for Mr. Tom Dean, everybody. Let's hear it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Big round of applause for Tom Dean!
So please clap for him, the very funny Mr. Tom Dean, everybody. Let's hear it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Mr. Tom Dean!
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. First of all, let's talk about my age. I know you're dying to find out. I'm actually very proud to tell you that in a couple of months, I'll be celebrating my 78th birthday. Thank you. My wife told me that she doesn't have 78 candles at home. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the kitchen and she's going to sing happy birthday to me and then light the oven. Back in January, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to see if I can find a part-time job. And I found one that I really liked. I was hired as a greeter at a medical marijuana clinic. It's kind of a weird place to work. My first day on the job, I'm in the lobby and a guy came through the door, so I said, hi. He says, not yet, dude, but I'm working on it.
Found another part-time job. I'm happy to report tonight that I now work for a local Catholic church. I am a bouncer at their Wednesday night bingo games. You gotta watch these people. They can get real rowdy. In fact, my very first night there, I had to eject an 88-year-old great-grandmother. Well, you know what she did? She snuck up on some poor old guy who was sleeping between games, and she activated his life alert button. I try to get out of the house as much as I can, and one of my favorite places to go is Costco. I love Costco. I try to get there around lunchtime. Don't get ahead of me. Anyway, that way I can cruise those free food sample stations, the ladies with the hairnets and the visors. You know, if you play your cards right, you can get a whole meal in that place. And they do frown upon you trying to take more than one sample of whatever they're giving out. I have no shame. I show up with my own plate, a napkin, and a bottle of ketchup. But when she's there, my favorite of these ladies is the one who's giving out samples of something called naked juice. You know what naked juice? I don't like naked juice. But at my age, being able to stand next to a woman who keeps using the word naked is about as exciting as my life gets. You know what Costco's selling now? Caskets. Yeah, they really do. They sell caskets there. The problem is they come shrink wrapped 3 to a pack. I'm a sucker for bargains. I bought a pack. Now I've got one for myself, one for my wife, and from the looks of a few of you out there, you might want to see me after the show. My health is good, well, except for an old injury that I sustained while serving our country in the United States Navy.
Oh, yay.
I should explain. It was not a life-threatening injury. But you know what? To this day, it still bothers me every time I hear a towel snap. It's called a Fitbit. You know about this? We have any Fitbit wearers here tonight? Well, if you don't know what it is, it's like a watch. Well, it is a watch. You wear it on your wrist, and it counts the number of steps that you take each day, how far you've walked, how many calories you've burned since you were walking. What else? Oh, it also it measures your sleep patterns and so forth. Well, I don't know if you saw this morning's paper, but in the business section, but the company that makes Fitbit is now coming out with a senior citizens version of Fitbit. It's called the Gas Pass. What you do is you wear it around your waist like a belt. And it measures, okay, well, the article referred to them as gastric events. Of course, for people my age, me, and people like me, is very important, which is why I joined one of those HMOs. Kaiser Permanente, you know about Kaiser Permanente? Yeah. By the way, I looked it up, and I found out that Permanente is actually an old Spanish word that, loosely translated, means, yes, we have doctors, no, you can't see one. About a month ago, I had cataract surgery on this right eye. And those of you who had that procedure know that one of the side effects is itchiness, the eyes itch. And the doctor told me, he said, this is going to possibly happen, and if it does, do not rub it, but what you want to do is make some exaggerated blinks with that eye, and it will alleviate it a little bit. Well, then about 3 days ago, I was downtown San Diego walking up Broadway, and boy, it started to itch, so I'm giving it this, you know. I'm walking along, and 3 women came up to me and asked me if I was running for mayor. I resisted getting a cell phone for the longest time because I thought they were kind of intrusive, but I finally did get one, and I have to admit that these devices are pretty amazing. I got one that's both a telephone and a camera. Don't tell me I'm not high-tech. Anyway, the problem I'm having with it, the button for the telephone is right next to the button for the camera. Now, I don't know if any of you are interested in seeing them, but I now have 158 pictures of my right ear. I ride the San Diego trolley a lot, and I see young people on there, mostly San Diego State students, and they're watching movies on their cell phone. And I thought, now that's really cool. I would like to have something like that. I'd like to put movies on my cell phone. So I called our family expert on all things involving technology, our 11-year-old grandson. You got one too, huh? Anyway. And I told him, I said, I'd like to see movies on my cell phone. He said, that's easy, Grandpa. You just need an app for that. Now, I love the kid, but I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I took a 2-hour nap, and I still can't see him.